The AWS certification validates your understanding of the 200 plus AWS services that are categorized into compute, networking, database, storage, and many other services. At the crux of all this technology is a computer, the internet, and data centers. If you understand these components, then you will have an easier time understanding the 200 plus AWS services, which are ultimately made up from the same underlying technology that enables computers, the internet, and data centers to serve business applications. In Section 3, we will review the basic components of a computer, internet, and data centers. At its basic level, a computer has hardware components and software components. There are a lot of hardware components, but the most important components for cloud computing world are hard disk for storage, RAM for memory, CPU for compute, and the part of the motherboard that serves as the networking. The most important software components are the operating system, application, and browser. There are different types of operating systems such as Linux, Windows, or Mac OS, and there is a host of other options. The OS is responsible for translating your commands such as right-click or copy and paste into instructions that the physical parts of a computer execute. Then comes the applications. These can be Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or anything that you download. These applications are generally built using other programming languages like Java, Python, C++, and you can use them as their functionalities are intended. And then the browser, which itself is an application, but it is uniquely designed to connect us to the internet since its responsibility is to retrieve and display web content. And all of this makes up the software components of a computer. So what does a user journey look like? At its basic form, a user uses the application and provide commands. The application software communicates the commands to the operating system. The operating system uses the hardware to execute those commands. Once the command is executed, the hardware sends confirmation of execution to the operating systems. The operating system sends it back to the application, and the application reveals it to the user. Notice everything is physically connected from when the user provides a command to the application to the OS to the hardware and all the way back. There's more to this, but this is a good start. How many of you know what the internet is and how it works? At its simplest form, the internet is two computers connected via network wires. This is very physical. The internet is that global network of wires. It is massive wires running through the ocean and connecting one country to another country. Therefore, when you connect to the internet, you are connecting to this network mesh. Again, there's more to this, but for now, understanding the internet at a base level is good enough for this course. Okay, well, what about a data center? To help paint a picture for this, let's walk through what happens when you log into Facebook.com. Your command goes from your browser to the OS, from the OS to the hardware, from the hardware to the internet, from the internet into Facebook's computer, hosted somewhere near you or across the world. Facebook's computer executes your command and sends a response back. However, at any given point, Facebook has millions of users, so one computer cannot handle all those connections. So, Facebook built a data center that contains hundreds of thousands, if not millions of computers. These are what are called servers. In these servers, Facebook runs their application, your command is executed, and then a response is to back to you. That is what AWS is. AWS provides data centers with millions of servers for businesses to serve their application to different users. For the cloud practitioner, we look at the globe footprint of AWS and the 200 plus services.